Illinois won the toss. Deferred. Ohio State will receive, and here we go. Brandon Ennis is the deep man. This one into the end zone for a touchback, and that brings on Julian Sayin, the California quarterback, who's been playing some lights-out football for Ryan Day. Sayin last week against Minnesota, 23 of 27, 326, 3 touchdowns, no picks. 1st and 10 at the 25. Bo Jackson, the talented freshman in the backfield. Sayin throwing on 1st down. Underneath, he's got his man, Brandon Ennis.
They have kept Julian Sayin clean, and then all the electricity on the outside, including the best player in America, Jeremiah Smith.
And on 1st down, Bo Jackson. 2nd down and 8 at the 38-yard line. Sayin pulls it out. That ball deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Sayin out of the gun with time underneath. Caught. Guess who? Jeremiah Smith. 1st down, Ohio State. You're looking at the best player in college football. 7 catches, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Gophers last week. From the 44, Jackson trying to sweep around the left side, and he gets crunched. Malachi Hood. 2nd down and 10 at the 44. Opening series for the Buckeyes. Sayin takes his time, goes through his progressions, finds Carnell Tate. Tate coming off a huge game. Sayin throwing dimes already. 1st down at the 33. Sayin lofts it up. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 at the 33. They'll hand it off to Jackson, who has a hole, hits the sideline. Jackson out of bounds at the 15. Jackson again. Ooh. Some tough hitting there. Matthew Bailey coming up and making the stick. Bo Jackson remains in. Tate in motion. Inside handoff. Jackson with a little room. 11th play of the drive that started at the 25. Julian Sayin has been perfect. Sayin fakes the pitch, shovel pass inside, didn't fool anybody. Max Clare, the Purdue transfer, picks up 2. Well defended by the Fighting Illini. Kurt Neal there. And it's good. Fighting Illini ready to get it back. Khalil Valentine back deep. He'll let this go into the end zone for a touchback. 1st down and 10 at the 25. Altmaier on 1st down, play action, he'll throw it, looks deep, and incomplete. That ball thrown behind Colin Dixon. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Valentine remains in the game, and they'll hand it to him. With good leg churn there. He'll pick up 6, maybe 7 on the play. Stopped by Sonny Styles. 3rd down and 3 at the 32. Empty backfield, Altmaier underneath. Has his man, that's Clement. He'll pick up the 1st down. Altmaier, another quick strike to the far side. This time it's Beatty. Hank Beatty coming off a monster game last week against Purdue.
You know, there is an injury for Ohio State, not in this play, but coming into today, Lorenzo Styles, veteran safety, not in the lineup. So now it's going to be Jermaine Matthews, normally the starting corner, who's going to go into the nickel position in the slot, which means true freshman Devin Sanchez, number 6, is getting his 1st start out on the outside.
2nd down and 3 at the 45. Altmaier handing it off, and Valentine goes down immediately. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. 3rd down and 5 at the 43. Can Illinois keep the chains moving? Altmaier underneath and intercepted. Ohio State, Pierce down at the Illinois 35. 1st interception of the season for Altmaier. That ball deflected by Jermaine Matthews Jr. Sayin gives it to him. And he'll get through the hole, pick up about 5. Second down and 5 at the 30. Donaldson again, straight ahead, and smash mouth running. Under 6 to play in the first quarter. First down and 10 now at the 20 of Illinois for the national champions. Play fake, Sayin rolls, time, sideline. Jeremiah Smith out of bounds at the 5. That's a gain of 13. Sayin, silent assassin, his high school coach calls him. And straight ahead, Peoples this time. And James Peoples, the sophomore from San Antonio, will gain 3. Second down and goal at the 4. Donaldson on the pitch. And he's short of the goal line. Out of the eye. Second man through. Touchdown. Ohio State.
Check out the left side of this offensive line right here. You've got Austin Sareveld, Luke Montgomery moving people at the goal line. Great push. And that's what allows Donaldson to go in almost untouched into the end zone, and a nice early lead for these Buckeyes on the road.
So Ohio State takes advantage of the Altmaier interception. Extra point is good for fielding. Let's see how Illinois responds after turning it over. And they'll start from the goal line. Jordan Anderson. And he'll get up to the 20-yard line. Matt Patricia, first-year defensive coordinator, former NFL head coach, 3-time Super Bowl champion as the defensive coordinator with Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. He's definitely made his mark on this defense from the 20. And here's the run. Lafferty with space, and he'll be taken down by Igbinosun, but he'll gain 15. First down at the 36. Play fake. Altmaier looking. Altmaier goes deep. Incomplete. Great coverage again by Igbinosun. Second down and 10 at the 36. And a timeout called by the Fighting Illini. Second and 10 at the 36-yard line. Delayed handoff. Lafferty. And he's dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll get to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Nicely done. Tywone Malone.
Tywone Malone has really come on the last few weeks. In fact, he's and Caden McDonald make up that defensive tackle core. They've been very good for Matt Patricia, and Matt Patricia will say those tackles are actually the key to the defense.
Tywone Malone, 309. Caden McDonald, 326. Third down and 10 at the 26. And incomplete. That one over the head of Hank Beatty. And the Illini will have to punt it away. And back deep, Brandon Ennis standing at the 20. Crimmins, Aussie punter. Played at Purdue and Mississippi State. And the ball fair caught at the 26-yard line. First down and 10 at the 27. Jeremiah Smith lines up in the Wildcat formation. No. They fired out wide to Smith, who lined up in the backfield. Second and 10 at the 27. Now James Peoples re-enters the game as the pistol back. Peoples makes the first man miss, and he has to fight to get across the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Smith lines up as the wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. Sayin looks the other side and caught Carnell Tate. First round player, first round person. First down and 10 at the 39. Over the middle, and they hit the tight end, Max Clare.
A 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Includes a loss of down. Second down.
Yeah, there was a late flag on the formation there on the last play.
First down and 15. At the 34. Bo Jackson, the freshman. They give it to him. Jackson picking his way forward. And he'll pick up 11.
I don't think they're going to snap it here to the end of the quarter, but Gus, you're exactly right. It's not just what they're doing protecting the quarterback, but it's also their ability to run the football.
Sayin lofts it up, sideline, Jeremiah, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Beautiful throw, 33 yards, first down, Buckeyes.
I'll tell you what, you're going to line up man-to-man coverage. This is difficult to do. He beats him off the line of scrimmage. The ball's a little underthrown. Does he keep that in possession all the way through? Looks like it was coming loose, but look, and this guy is just so good. It doesn't matter, single coverage, double coverage. They are going to take a look at this.
After reviewing the play, number 4 did not maintain control through the process of the catch. Therefore, by rule, it is an incomplete pass. The ball will return to the previous spot where it will be fourth down.
So close.
In the punt from the 30, Hank Beatty back deep at the 10. McGuire, end over end. Fair caught at the 16. A 38-yard punt. First down at the 16. Caden Fagan checks in. Fagan has been nursing an upper body injury and almost another pick. Colin Dixon, Sargent, Igmanosin defensively, and there's a flag on the play. Tim O'Day, your referee today.
Pass interference, defense number 26. The ball will be placed in the spot of the foul.
Didn't work for him right there. First down and 10 of the 26. Altmaier near side. Beatty turns it up with space. And he'll gain 8 yards on first down. Arvell Reese with the tackle. Second down and 2 at the 34. Fagan remains in the game. He's a big running back. 255 first down. First down and 10 at the 39. Play fake. Altmaier sets up all day to throw. Checks it to the far side. He's got Beatty. And Beatty, nice yards after the catch. Gains 8 on first down. Altmaier over the middle and broken up. He had his target, Hudson Clement, but Igmanosin, Johnny on the spot again.
This is difficult to do. He's reading the run on the left side, but then he's got to come back and throw the ball on the right side. That one was on the money in a shoebox. The problem is that the coverage is so tight from these defensive backs, and it's got Luke Altmaier a bit frustrated in the backfield.
A lot of tipped balls already. 3rd and 2 at the 47. And they'll run it and will not get it. Jordan Anderson this time. And he's stopped by Sonny Styles.
Oh, man, do you go for this right here? I think that you do.
Gotta.
Don't you?
Yes.
You know, there's a time to be aggressive, and this is it. Down 10, second quarter, and they put the big back in, so number 3 checks back in. Gus Caden Fagan, you already mentioned, he's 6'3", 255 in the backfield.
Remember, Luke Altmaier, he's like a point guard as a quarterback. He's got great wheels.
And watch for the hard clap, too, to try to draw him offside.
4th down and 2 at the 47. They'll hand it off, looking for that first, and they should get it with Fagan. Altmaier, here's the reverse. Altmaier trying to throw it, and it didn't fool anyone. Second down and 10 at the 49-yard line. And Fagan running. He'll get outside. Nice stiff arm dragged down from behind by Caleb Downs. And it's a gain of 3.
I will say this, you know, we haven't talked a lot about this defense yet, but they give you so many different looks. And right now they're going to run onto the field what I would call their dime package. What does that mean? Well, they're going to take defensive tackles off the field, and they're going to put a 6th DB on the field. And this is a package that they use with 2 defensive ends, try to get more speed on the field. You've got Kenyatta Jackson and Caden Curry as your outside defensive ends.
Third down and 7 at the 48. Trips at the top of your screen. Altmaier in trouble. Reverses. Sideline caught and first down. Cole Rusk found a soft spot, and he'll pick up 10 on 3rd and 7.
I'll tell you what, Caden Fagan did a great job picking up that blitz and allowed Altmaier to get out to the left side. But look, oh, he stepped
on the
down.
field, the receiver was forced out of bounds, came back on his own, legally caught the ball, first down.
Igbenosin pushes him out. He can reestablish. Rusk steps right back in. He's a transfer from Murray State, was here last year, but didn't play because of a knee injury. That's a big catch right there on a 3rd down.
6'5", 250. From Rock Island, Illinois, first down. Best drive of the day so far for the Fighting Illini.
Play will look to see if the receiver was inbound at the time of the catch. After reviewing the play, the receiver's right foot was out of bounds when he jumped to catch the ball. By rule, that makes it an incomplete pass. The ball's returned to the previous spot where it will be 4th down.
There you go. The Fighting Illini will have to punt it away. Crimmins from the 37. Innes standing inside his own 10. Low snap handled.
Oh, he had his knee down. Wow. Oh, my goodness. He caught that snap with his knee down.
The punter received the snap with the knee on the ground. Ball becomes dead. Timeout on the field.
Oh, my goodness. That's like a turnover. Knee down, ball in his hands. First down, Buckeyes.
Self-inflicted wounds. Sayin again now to throw it. Sayin guns it underneath, caught, and a first down for Carnell Tate. First down and 10 at the Illinois 17. Handing it off, Jackson. Not a lot. Tate in motion. Lines up in the slot. Play fake. Sayin rolls. Takes his time. And he'll just walk it out of bounds. Sayin delivers. Incomplete. Carnell Tate the target. That one thrown a little wide. So fielding good from 26 yards. This one from 31 yards away. And it's good. Defense continuing to dominate. Altmaier. Altmaier hands it off to Valentine. He'll cross the line of scrimmage and gain a yard. Jalen McClain, the safety defensively.
Oh gosh, they're going to give the Ohio State the ball. The ball came out late. Caden McDonald came out of the pile. VAR official came in pointing their direction. So here's McDonald.
After reviewing the play, the rule in a fumble recovery defense is upheld. Down Ohio State.
So from the 26-yard line now for Ohio State. First down. Jackson on the toss. And Jackson wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Nicely done. Rosiak, the 2nd and 10 of the 26. Jackson. James Thompson with the stop, a gain of 4.
You know, it looks like right now they are showing man, which means Jeremiah Smith would be in a one-on-one at the top of your screen.
Third down and 6 at the 22. Sayin looks that way. And caught for a first down by Jeremiah Smith. Innes in motion. Peoples has to fight, and he'll be tackled for a loss by Matthew Bailey. 2nd and 12 at the 17.
Short side out, Ohio State for first and a half.
Sayin with time, ball deflected or swung out rather to Jackson. He dives. And a touchdown.
It ended up being almost a screen on the outside. He's going through his progression, but because it took so long, look, he had a lead blocker in there. That's Max Clare. And as long as he stayed in, oh yeah, in the air, ball over the pylon, and Bo is in the end zone. Great job by Julian Sayin, just surveying the field, getting all the way over to his last man in the progression. And like I said, it almost acted like a screen because the tight end was out in front as a lead blocker.
A 17-yard touchdown grab by Bo Jackson. Ohio State takes a 19-0 lead as Fielding comes in to attempt the extra point. And it's good. Ohio State with 14 points off 2 Illinois turnovers. And they'll send it away and out of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 of the 25. And a flag on the play.
False start. Offense, number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So hold on. Who do you pick? Come on.
Travion.
Okay, I'm going to go with JK. I tell you, they gave us barbecue. I can't even eat barbecue anymore. First down at 15.
Wait, what?
No. It's 58, bro. It doesn't work out that well. Over the middle, and it's caught. Clement. 2 timeouts remaining for Illinois. Altmaier again over the middle, and again he completes it to Hudson Clement. Clement came in with 13 catches on the season. Now the Fighting Illini moving the football.
Yeah, and this is how you have to attack this defense. You get him into more base structures. Also, Luke Altmaier, this is how he wants to play, with tempo.
First down at the 48. Altmaier again on near side. Colin Dixon turns it up. He'll gain 7.5, maybe 8.
You know, this is the type of quarterback. He's so experienced that at times as a quarterback, you go over and you're like, all right, give me the ball. Not in let me run it, but let me go out there and be a point guard. Give me the game, and that's what it feels like right now.
2nd down and 2. Here's the run with Fagan. First down, Illinois. Altmaier over the middle. Checks it down to Jordan Anderson. Altmaier over the middle, caught. Should be a first down. Hudson Clement again. First down at the 20. Altmaier near side throw. Clement. And he'll get to the 16. A gain of 4. Reese with the tackle. This is what they were talking about in the meeting yesterday. Spreading them out and going quick.
That's right, and they're not substituting. So those 11 for Ohio State have to stay on the field. They can't call those blitzes. They can't get fresh pass rushers on the field.
2nd down. The fade in the corner. Caught. Bowick. A flag on the play. If it stands, it's a touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense number 6. Play is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Illinois.
The receiver did not come down in bounds, therefore the pass was incomplete. However, the pass interference on defense number 6 will now be enforced. It will be placed at the 2-yard line with an automatic first down.
First down and goal at the 2. Fagan, the deep man, in the eye with the tender shoulder. Play fake. Altmaier scrambles, turns it up. Oh, what a tackle. Caden Curry is 260. And he tracked down Luke Altmaier in space. A loss of 2. 2nd and goal from the 4. 2 timeouts. 118. Altmaier pulls it out underneath, and they stop him again. And some movement on the right side of the Illinois offensive line. Wow.
I think you might want to run the quarterback on the edge, try to get him in some sort of zone read with a lead blocker in front of him.
Lawfery checks in. Altmaier in the corner, back shoulder, incomplete. Igbinosun defensively. Attempt a field goal from 24 yards away, David Olano.
But also time left for Ohio State.
First down to the 25. Sayin looks backside, sets up a screen with Jeremiah Smith. Second down and 8, not in a rush. With the lead, Sayin. Sideline throw caught by Max Clare. 3rd and 4. Sayin looking over the middle and knocked down. Great defense this time by guess who? Matthew Bailey. Joe McGuire needs a good punt from his 16. And Hank Beatty is the deep man. He was an honorable mention All-America a year ago, Beatty, as a punt returner.
Delay game, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So they'll back it up 5 more yards. Illinois with a chance to maybe get some good field position. They send it away, far side. And it goes out of bounds inside the 35. 1st and 10 at the 40. 2 timeouts left. Altmaier all day to throw. Checks it down to Anderson, and he'll just walk out of bounds around the line of scrimmage. So they need about 25, 30 yards. 2nd and 8 at the 42. Altmaier looking. Altmaier fires. Oh, incomplete. Hudson Clement had his hands on it. Just couldn't haul it in. Trips at the bottom of your screen. Here comes the pressure. And Ohio State gets to him. Kenyatta Jackson. Arvell Reese. A loss of 8.
And they'll just let it run down and go to half.
So we're ready to start the second half from Champaign. As the Buckeyes send it off into the end zone for touchback.
Luke Altmaier needs to be better. We will be better in the second half.
All right, 1st down and 10. And Altmaier handing it off to Lawfery. Altmaier out of the shotgun. Altmaier over the middle, and a nice ball. Nice catch, Hank Beatty again. So there's some room. He gains 13. 1st down, Illinois.
If you're going to throw the ball on this defense, one, you got to protect. And the offensive line has done a decent job of that today. Not perfect, but decent. And then you got to attack the seams of the defense.
They get there quickly. 1st and 10 at the 40. Lawfery down the sideline, out of bounds at the Ohio State 40.
No defender. All the defense went over that direction, and Ohio State was outmanned.
1st down from the 37. Altmaier fires deep. Altmaier sideline, no. Igbinosun in coverage on Colin Dixon. Here's Altmaier under pressure and just throws it away. Nobody near the football. Kenyatta Jackson with pressure. It's scary with Coach Patricia doing what he's doing with the defense, and it's just his 1st year. Can you imagine in the next couple of years? 3rd and 10. Altmaier delivers, caught, 1st down, Illinois.
That's where Altmaier needs to attack.
Gain of 17. Altmaier again, quick strike this time, and it's Rusk, and he's close to a 1st down. Caleb Downs with the tackle. Remember what Coach Bielema said? He went back and watched the Super Bowls. When the Giants beat the Patriots, spread them out and go fast.
That's right. That's exactly what they're doing, and they're having success.
2nd and 1. Here's a handoff. Fagan. 1st down and goal at the 9. Fagan with some room, dragged down by Arvell Reese. Lawfery, the pistol. They dump it off, short side, Beatty, Third down goal from the 1. Can Illinois get in? Altmaier pulls it out. Spins! And he doesn't get in. Sonny Styles denies him. Wow! In the backfield, out of the offset eye. They pitch it to him, and they'll get in. Woo! First rushing touchdown allowed by Ohio State this year.
Yeah.
You looked at Matt Patricia on the sideline, and
He was like, well, I don't see that being a fact.
you got me. So here's Ennis. And Brandon Ennis hopping forward. And he'll give Ohio State some great field position. First down and 10 at the 37. Here's a handoff to Donaldson. And let's see if that last touchdown ignites this Illinois defense.
Yeah, they've got to come out. And they've got to, one, stop the run on first down. Okay, check. Well, now you've got to make sure that you're not allowing a big play over the top. They've done a nice job keeping their safeties deep, not allowing these wide receivers to get over the top.
Loss of 1, second down and 11. Sayin over the middle. Oh, he's got his tight end on the seam route. Max Clare.
This guy is a great player and got one-on-one and made him pay.
First down to the 42 now. And the handoff to CJ Donaldson. Here's the handoff, Jackson. 3rd and 5. And some movement on the left side. This may go against the Buckeyes.
Before the snap, timeout Illinois, their first of the half. It will be 30 seconds and late.
Third down 5 at the 37. Smith at the bottom of your screen. And some movement up front. Akis jumped.
Offside, defense number 17. 5-yard penalty.
3rd and 1 at the Illinois 33. Sayin looking, flushed out, on the move, complete. First down. 1st and 10. And here's a reverse to Smith. He's got blockers. Oh, he's upended. What a tackle. Torrey Cox. Play clock. Now a timeout call by Ohio State.
Charge timeout Ohio State. Their first of the half.
Donaldson, and he smashes forward and picks up a first down. Sayin on the short roll, dumps it down, Jackson, and he's tackled in space by Torrey Cox Jr. 2nd down and 7 at the 12. Jeremiah Smith with his helmet on, standing up, ready to check back in. Here's a handoff, Peoples. And Peoples lunges forward. Ennis goes in motion. Here's Sayin looking underneath, caught Donaldson. And Donaldson denied the first down. Now they switch the formation. Donaldson, and it's Sayin leaning forward, and he'll get the first down and a whole lot more. Donaldson runs into a crowd. And he'll get to the 2, maybe even the 1, depending on the spot. The longest Ohio State drive of the day. Donaldson, he can smell it. They give it, and he's hit before he gets to the line of scrimmage by James Groots. Can they keep him out of the end zone? Out of the eye. Donaldson. I don't know. Touchdown! CJ Donaldson. And it's good.
Just as a former player, what their work is, it's tireless, it's thankless, and yet it's so necessary to keep you on the field.
So Luke Altmaier and the Illini will come on. Flag on the play.
Offside, kicking team number 39. The 5-yard penalty be added to the end of the kick. First down, Illinois.
Altmaier. Screen. Lawfrey. And he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The other part of it is they can change positions. You know, for Matt Patricia, Caleb Downs can line up as a linebacker, a free safety, a corner. They can just interchange at any moment.
Second down and 10. And Altmaier has it stripped. Ohio State has the ball. First down and 10 at the 24. For Sayin. He'll throw it. Sayin. And incomplete. Second down and 10 of the 24. Sayin guns it to the sideline and it's caught. Carnell Tate. Shopping malls. Here's the handoff. Donaldson. First down.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Offense number 4, defense number 6. The foul's canceled. It is first down.
Our first and 10 at the 12. Let's see if Sayin tries to go to Jeremiah. They'll hand it off. Donaldson. Between the tackles, Bailey brings him down.
Tripped up by number 7.
And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. CJ Donaldson in the backfield. They give it to him. Donaldson fighting forward. Initial contact made by Matthew Bailey. Third down and 1 at the 3. Inside handoff. And should be a first down. Nate Roberts was the carry, and it is a first down. Play clock winding down. I don't think they're going to get it off.
I think Ryan ran down and got a timeout late.
Charge timeout, Ohio State, their second of the half. It will be 30 seconds in length.
Donaldson can smell it again. No, Sayin will throw it. Touchdown, Jeremiah Smith. How simple can it get when you have number 4 on your team?
Check out this release. Just a little inside move and then explodes to the outside. And Juice Clark can't cover him. We've seen him now a couple of times. So last week, Minnesota inside the red zone, inside the 10. They tried to single cover Jeremiah Smith, immediately touchdown. When they see that one-on-one, the ball goes to number 4 immediately. It does here today, and it winds up for a Buckeye touchdown.
And you got to give Smith a lot of credit battling back from that back injury. He tweaked it.
A suffocating team to play. You know, methodical on offense today, haven't gotten the big plays, and then that defense is just outstanding.
This time Illinois will get a chance. Sanders and Mario Sanders track down Stover with the tackle on special teams. First down at the 16. Here's the run. Lawfery. Downs in on the play. There's Matt Patricia. He usually has that signature pencil right behind his ear. There it is.
You know, Gus, it's not even suffocating. You know what this defense is? It's relentless.
Yeah, but that pencil don't work. It doesn't work on that laminated stuff. What's that there? That's just, look at him. He's an actor.
It's just for show.
Second down and 9 at the 17. Altmaier drops it off. Lawfery tried to hurdle. Third down and 5 at the 21. Underneath, Altmaier, nice throw. Sidearm. And it's caught by Cole Rusk. We asked Matt Patricia last time we saw him week 1 against Texas. When the players look in your eyes, what's the question that they're asking you? And he said, the question they're asking, I just want to know. Tell me, coach. Just like that. Look at Downs.
I think the beauty of this scheme is that they allow him to play in the middle of the field more often. Oh, look at it. He's about to come on the blitz.
Jumped offside.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense number 64. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Altmaier out of the pocket. Decides to run it and goes out of bounds at the 30. Altmaier under pressure. Almost intercepted by Igbinosun.
As Indiana goes on the road to face what has been a dominant Duck team.
Dante Moore, the quarterback there. This ball fielded at the 25 by Ennis. And he's wrapped up and taken down. First down and 10 at the 23 for the Buckeyes. Up big, 34-10. Julian Sayin over the middle and incomplete. Second down and 10 at the 23. Sayin handing it off. Third down and 8 at the 25. Sayin again steps up in the pocket, delivers out wide to Ennis, and Ennis wrapped up. Bailey jumps on him. So on fourth down, they'll punt. Beatty back deep. Joe McGuire will send it away from around the 15. Bailey, by the way, with 8 tackles. Delay a game called on the Buckeyes.
Penalty, fourth down.
Now McGuire from the 10. Pops it up. And fair caught. To 10. Altmaier on first down. All day to throw it. Off his back foot. Caught. Dixon.
First down.
And Dixon taken down by Peyton Pierce after an 18-yard gain. Terrific day of college football, folks. We are watching the best team in America, the Ohio State Buckeyes, against the Illinois team that came in here on a 2-game winning streak, been playing great ball. Second down and 4 at the 38. There's another handoff, Lawfery. And Lawfery looking for daylight. Third down and 3 at the 37. Different animal. Altmaier. Nobody open. Altmaier finally finds a receiver, and it's Beatty from the 30. Luke Altmaier checks it down again. Lawfery.
Pass complete to Lawfery.
Dropped by Aaron Scott Jr. He'll gain 5. Second and 5. Altmaier out wide. And it's Anderson. Sonny Styles stands him up. Third down and 1. And Illinois will not get it. That's because guess who? Arbel Reese. And it should be a first down. First down at the 19. Altmaier. Wings it. Incomplete. Flag on the play, though. Jermaine Matthews should be called for interference. They fake the option over the middle. Touchdown. Colin Nixon. Nice play. Altmaier will throw it. Looks. End zone. Incomplete. He couldn't find Alexander Kapka Jones. So it's a 34-16 game. The onside kick coming. Olano. And looks like Ennis has it.
Brett Bielema also said, you know, the formula for him has been the formula forever, and he's been very successful everywhere he's been. Third stop as a head coach. But his formula, Gus, is, and he said it very bluntly to us yesterday, run the ball, defend the run, cover kicks.
Second down and 8 at the 43. And Isaiah West in the game now, running back for the Bucks.
The game as you travel up to Ann Arbor.
Big game for them today. It's against USC. West. McGuire will send it off from the 44. Hank Beatty is the deep man at his own 10. This one should draw back. Nobody goes forward. Into the end zone for a touchback. And Luke Altmyer showing his loyalty to Illinois. He could have left during the offseason. A couple of schools offered him some pretty big money.
Yeah, and you know, it never wavered. Never even called Brett Bielema to try to match those offers. He just said, nope, I'm here.
I don't know if that was a good idea.
He's young.
Why is youth wasted on the young? Why would he do that?
Teach Luke about leverage.
That's called free agency. Come on, man.
I'm glad he stayed here.
Yes.
You know, and showed his loyalty. There's no doubt, you know, that can be rare in this day and age of college football, but that's why they love him here.
2nd down and 11 over the middle. Nice toss and grab by Cole Rusk. What's the status on Prime?
Yeah, Prime had a procedure this week, a 4-hour procedure, and you know, I'm just hoping and praying everything went well. Great completion there on the outside to Altmyer, but you know, college football is better with Prime in it, and we've seen that over the last couple of years. So the fear that those blood clots that he's been battling at times during his life have come back.
1st down at the 49. Nice throw by Altmyer to Rusk. He'll get inside the Ohio State 30. A gain of 21. 1st and 10 at the 29. Altmyer, guess who? Bill Reese.
Which one? And they go, number 8.
Number 8. 4 sacks for Ohio State today. Altmyer under pressure. Got that one off, and Rusk makes a nice catch.
Second time you brought that up.
Here's another throw. 4th down and 6. Illinois going for it. Altmyer under pressure. Incomplete. Tyleek Williams, 28th overall by the Lions. Josh Simmons, 30th overall by the Chiefs. Quinshon Junkins in the 2nd round. Travion Henderson. I mean, the list goes on and on as you look at the standings in the Big Ten Conference.
Yeah, and regardless, here they are sitting at the top of the table again. You know, and how about that UCLA team? Did not expect to see them on the first page of the standings, but here they are 2-1 after that 0-4 start.
Julian Sayin taking a knee, and the coaches cross. The Ohio State Buckeyes remain undefeated, coming into Champaign and defeating Illinois